Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build the Futuristic Netherportal that I previously showcased in one of my videos. So let's get right into this build. What you're going to need is white concrete for your base, and you just want to place it in a little L shape like this. So you've got a 1 block high L shape, then you want to head to the middle here, and then you make a 2 block high L shape, and you want to basically make this L shape all the way up to about 7 blocks high, and then you basically repeat it on every single side. So if we quickly go ahead and get this one pillar or column completed. So we're currently at 4. We just want to head up a few more. So we get the 5th one, and then we get this one, and then the next one will be our last one. So you can obviously make this as tall as you want. I kind of went with 7. 7 looks pretty good. So obviously if we go 3, 4, 5, then that's 6, and then we get one more for the 7th one, and then the 7th one is going to be kind of our main one here. So we're going to head up by 7, and then from the 7th one you want to go 1, 2, 3, and then up by 7 again. This will give you the perfect kind of fit for all your pillars. So every single one you kind of want to go along by 3 once you've actually got the full foundation down. Obviously once you put the thing here, you want to go along by 3 there, because obviously this is going to be part of the tall one. So every tall one, actually, do you know, maybe go along by 1 more. I'd say if you go along by 1 more, you get a nice free wide fit. It will definitely look better. So if you head across by 1, so you got 1, 2, 3, and then you've obviously got the L shape here, so you get a free gap there. Obviously 2 blocks on this side and 2 blocks on this side will be taken up by the 7 high pillars. So yeah, you want to make it a free gap. It looks a lot better in the middle here, so just make sure there's 3 blocks between, and then you just want to make the L shape going down, and you basically repeat this all the way around, and it will give you a nice looking column section. So if we just cut to me completing this little column section, you'll see that I've gone all the way around, and then I'll show you what to do from there. So now once you've done this, you'll basically get all your columns and pillars looking exactly the same. You want to make sure they're exactly the same, so they all end at 1 block on the same layer, so obviously you can look straight down. You can see they're all the same length and everything, same height, and then you just want to connect the middle bits up like I've done for the original, and then just fill in this middle part here. If you want to add the beacon like I did, maybe add the beacon first. So just put a beacon down in the middle there, fill up with iron blocks underneath, get the beacon just to activate. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to make it 1. And then we can have like a 1 beacon there. I'm going to break it purely because of the noise right now. That's going to get really irritating. And anyway, just fill in from... Oh, let's not use that block. Then fill in, obviously, with quartz around it. And you basically want to leave 1 gap in the center just so it still activates and gives off the spooky effect. From here on, you want to grab obsidian. And then just go on the inside, knock out these blocks here, and basically do it all the way around and make your portal as high as you kind of want it. So I'm going to do mine like this, and then head all the way. You don't really need to head all the way up, you can probably head up about this high. So it's pretty good. 1 block underneath the max height, so it doesn't really matter how high you have it, as long as you hide the top, then it's perfectly fine. I don't know why I just did that. And do the same all the way around so you get a nice even looking portal. Don't really need to fill in the top, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. And then from here onwards you kind of just want to decorate your top piece. So I'm going to use stairs on each corner piece like this. Leave the middle bit kind of flat. Maybe I could add to it, but I kind of want to leave it flat like that. From here I'm going to add some stairs on each side like this. Maybe I'll just get a little pattern going with it all. So something like that. That looks good. Then you want to do the exact same on every single side. So if we get a nice little design going, make that up by 1, like so. So copy this all the way around, and then up by 1. Okay, we'll go down by 1 so you can break it. And this will just give you a nice little holder for the middle. Once you've got that, you can kind of extend on it a bit, just so you can get your sphere in here and make it look really cool. So I'm actually going to get slabs, boost up this middle point, like so. And it kind of gives you this nice little holding point, so you can kind of hold your sphere in the middle here. To build a sphere, I obviously built mine out of glass, but in the tutorial I've built it out of purple wall, because otherwise if you watch me build out of glass it will get so confusing for someone who doesn't really know how to build a sphere, purely based on the fact that when you're building a sphere, the sphere itself is quite hard to build, and when you build out of glass everything's kind of see-through and it becomes really hard to see what you're doing. So what you want to do is build 5 along in each direction. So obviously this is already perfect, so we've got 1 block in the middle, 1 2 1 2, and the exact same, so it gives you an X. Then you want to go up in a diagonal like so on each side, extend that diagonal by another block here, so you get a little 2 diagonal. Once you go up the 2 diagonal you want to go up 1 more diagonal and then add 5 blocks like so, and if we do that on every single side that will extend up here. This gives us our kind of foundation to the sphere itself. And yeah, so I made this out of glass so it looked a lot better. Obviously you can just come back and replace the wall with glass once you've built it, because that will be a lot easier than building it out of glass. But for the sake of the video I'm building it out of wall, so if you haven't actually seen the original video I'll leave a little end screen annotation, or I'll leave some sort of way that you can go back and refer to the video that this is based off of, and basically that will give you the inspiration or show you what I did with the glass. So this kind of gives you your basic sphere here, as you can see. Then from here onwards I added, so you want to add 1 to each side, that kind of extends it out by a bit, and then you want to add 1 to the bottom, so it's 3 wide at the bottom and 3 wide at the top here, and then just add the bits on the side here, so you get these little gaps. So it's 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, then you got 3 on you get these gaps in the corners here, and it kind of gives you this nice equal pattern. You want to do this for the whole way around, so what you're going to do is extend that by 2 like so, do the same on this side, extend that by 1, extend that one by 1, and you'll get the exact same pattern. You want to do this all the way around. So we add this and we do exact same. You want to do it to the top and bottom of this build as well. It really helps for the next step after building this. So the next step after this, if you do it this way, it will just make everything so much easier because it becomes all symmetrical, and you get exact same blocks on every single corner that needs to be filled in. So then we just head over to the middle bit here. We knock these out by a bit, diff, like so, and you can kind of just fill it in because the pattern's already kind of made by the way I've done it. So that's already made, that will be the exact same as this one. Like so. And that will give you the exact same pattern that I've got all the way around so far. Once you got this, it's just a case of going round. So you go to the block above this, and you kind of just go around the block itself, and you do this all the way around on each side, and they will connect up here. And then once you've done it all the way around, so you kind of just, you're basically just going round. You're going round your circle with another circle, and you do it on this side too. So you're just kind of tracing around it, and they kind of meet up on the corner here, and you will get a few gaps once you've done this, but it makes life so much easier when it comes to fixing them, once you've got them all kind of planned out. So once you've set up all this and done it to every single side, you will get a nice little shape, and it will basically just be a case of just placing a few blocks in the way, just so you guys can kind of fill it in. So once you've basically, what I'm trying to explain is, once you've filled this second layer in, you'll get a few blocks that aren't filled in. That's purely because they're like corner pieces, and then once you've filled those in, you've basically done it. Spheres are actually a lot easier when you build it the way I'm building it, and I don't really build anything usually too big as a sphere, because otherwise it gets super confusing. So as you can see here, I've kind of got this nice little shape. You can actually do it down here too. So if we just knock out these pieces and we go around this, we can always fill those in later, so it don't matter too much. We add a different bit of a detail to it, like so. Like so. Then you get these little corner pieces. You just want to fill those in like so, just by placing one block, then one block against it, destroying the previous block, and that'll give you this. Then from the top, you just want to go around like I was doing on the bottom with this top layer, and then you get the corner pieces at the exact same place as well, and everything is equal. So obviously I didn't fill that in, and then you just place that there, place that there, place that one in the corner too, and fill in every single corner here, And then that is your sphere complete. So obviously I made mine completely out of glass. If you want to go the extra detail, I actually did add magenta glass over my glass. So what I did was I went to the middle point here, kind of layered it up on every single side, like so. That will give you your like centerpiece, and then you kind of just come out by one, so you get this kind of all the way around. You're basically making a ring around it. You extend kind of the sphere by one layer, and then you just go up and fill in all these blocks like so. It does get quite confusing, so just be patient with it. You're kind of just filling in all the blocks on each side, and it kind of gives you this really cool pattern. You don't want any of the purple to be showing, you just want the pink. So if you just keep going around like I'm doing, you'll end up with this really cool design. It's just kind of highlighting. If you ever made a hot air balloon in Minecraft, it's basically the way of doing it. And it works really well with glass on this Netherportal. So when I was using glass and kind of doing the same trick I'd done on my hot air balloons, then they come out really, really nice. So any piece of purple that is in the way, you just want to kind of hide it, and then just go around the top layer. It's quite simple once you get going and you get them through. Just as long as you're hiding the purple and then replacing it with magenta over the top of it, it will just go completely. It will go very well. Everything will hide itself. So you're just hiding the purple wall with the magenta wall, like so. It's basically just expanding the original sphere by a bit. So if you want this kind of half over look here, and then you just want to come down like so, and then only on these kind of corners here, so on these flat pieces even, you want to come down so they fit exactly like this, like that, and then you've obviously got space here. So from here on you want to go 3, 3, then 2, then 2. And it will give you this nice little hanging effect, like there's a bit of cloth kind of hanging down. Or it works a lot better with the glass that I was using, for example. 3, and then we go 2, 2. Then we do the same, 3, 3, 2, 2. Obviously we get back around here, and then you can just fill in these pieces here too, if you really want to. This does get confusing, but I've done it quite a lot that I'm kind of used to it. And obviously once you've done that, you can head to the middle one of each corner and extend them down as much as you want. You can have them extended down at, you know, different layers, just so they look a bit cooler from each side. It doesn't look exactly the same on every side, like so. And then that is basically the thing I made of glass. Obviously I was using glass, so when I put a beacon down, it shot straight through it. Obviously this one isn't going to shoot straight through it, so you'd have to whack out a hole in here, and that will go up. And then if we get some glass, we can currently be at the over 9,000 level right here. And just place them in the magenta glass. It will change the magenta, the thingy to magenta. Place it there too. Obviously you still get this yellow effect, but when you cover a flint and steel up over the top of this, you can't really notice it too well. Obviously you can see as well while we're flying around here and just flint and steeling up, we get oh, didn't mean to do that. I need to reconnect that. We get this horrible looking bit here, so you can see the Netherportal. Just cover that up with some of this concrete, like so, and then just fill in a little pattern in the top here. So we'll just come up with one on the spot here, so you guys can see. Place like a stair there, and then maybe go like 2 upside down stairs, like so. And then we can go 2 upside down stairs and a stair. We could add a slat. Yeah, we'll add a thingy there as well. If you don't have, if you have glass, I don't recommend adding that there. Purely because I don't have glass, I would recommend adding that. And this will basically give you your complete design for this. Then we can just fill that in, and obviously this will give you a nice little design. I might actually switch it up, go with something like that, or yeah, you can play around with it as much as you want. There's no limit to what you can do with it. So yeah, maybe that design looks a lot better. So we'll play with something like this. I'll show you the guys of the original one in a minute. We will have to head over to my build world for that, or I'll just let you go, or I'll leave a link. I'll leave a link to the previous one, so you can kind of pause it there and look at the where it's built. And then obviously from here on, just add a layer here, then add a layer of stairs there, and that will give you a nice little thingy. And then add a slab in each corner. This will just give you a way to get up into the portal itself. I probably shouldn't have activated the portal because it's really annoying, so I'm going to deactivate that. We fill in this and this. get back there, you, like so, and do the exact same on every single corner. That's wrong. I've built this a million times, and I can tell you for a fact that was wrong. Like so, and then we head around here and do the exact same. And then we get this nice little Netherportal looking design. So obviously it's made of pink wool and it looks completely bonkers. So I'm going to quickly head over to my actual build world where I'm not building on a super flat, but kind of just building in just a normal world, and I'll show you what it looks like from there. So I've headed over to my build world, and as you can see here, it's exactly the same on every single side, except you get this nice little design here that kind of holds it up. It's a lot different to the one that I built in my other world. It's actually the same here, different here because I don't actually have blocks there. I also added a slab in each corner for that, and then obviously you get this nice little design. If you guys want to, you can kind of pause it here and just take a screenshot of that, and that will kind of basically give you the exact same design as mine if you want to copy it, or you can just make up your own like I did on the other world, and then you get the exact same. Obviously this is made out of glass, and I added these little panes just up here by themselves just for little particle effects. So if you want to get the full design instead of building out of wool, I recommend building out of glass. However, glass is a lot more expensive, and it is definitely a big pain to use, especially when you're using especially when you're building a sphere, because everything's so transparent and it gets really confusing. But build it out of wool, then cover it in glass, or just go for it and build it out of glass, and it will look a lot better. So yeah, that's all I can really say to you guys. Hope my tutorial helped. Don't forget to leave a like and comment and subscribe for more content. And if you enjoyed this video, please share. I would absolutely love that. And support has been crazy, so I just want to thank you guys again. I thank you every video, but honestly, you've been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Peace.